Hello everybody, Pastor Tim here at Faith Community, and I just want you to know right now that you are certainly in my prayers. I know this is a challenging time for everybody. And you know, as I find life is really a journey of loss, you know, the longer we live, we spend our minutes, the less time that we have here upon this earth. We find ourselves as we journey through life, some of us lose our hair. Some of us lose our teeth. Some of us lose our hearing or our eyesight. We lose our stamina. We begin to lose our friends. And I know right now it's how you manage in life that is so critical, how you cope. And so in these days in which we have found ourselves losing some of our freedom, not able to be as mobile as we once were, it is so important that we are able to cope. And of course, we have our faith, and I just want to encourage you right now to rely upon the Lord, for the Lord will strengthen you. The Lord will support you, His Spirit will guide you, and I assure you, we will all be back soon. When will the church be open? Well, that's a question that I hear from so many of you, and the short answer to that is we don't have a date right now. And I'm sorry about that, because I want a date myself. It is so painful for me to have loose ends and to not know when things are kind of nailed down. And so I understand how difficult this is. And I know it's not very helpful living in this season with such uncertainty. But we strongly feel right now that it's the right thing to do. Here at the church, we've created a COVID-19 team. And it's comprised of laity and clergy. Our BSL chair, the pastors, property team members are comprising this team. And we have three guiding principles that we're following right now. One is safety. And as I've told you many times before, safety is a top priority for me. Everyone's spiritual safety as well as your physical safety, your physical well-being, and your emotional well-being. And so safety is certainly, right now, a top priority for us in our thinking. We know, as we're told, this virus really impacts our older population. And we also know that this virus impacts those who have compromised immune systems. So we're trying to be extra cautious and slowly move into the future. A second guiding principle that we have is our conference. And our good bishop, Bishop Palmer, has shared guidelines with the churches here in the West Ohio Conference, and they really are guidelines that mirror what our state is doing. In fact, the bishop has asked us to follow what our governor and our health officials here in the state are asking us to follow. And broadly speaking, we know that level 1 is where 10 people or less can gather. Level 2 is where 50 or less can gather. And it's at level 3 where really there's no restrictions and big groups can gather. And right now, the COVID-19 team feels very strongly that it is best for us not to gather in worship until phase 3. A third guiding principle that I want to share with you is quality. Because as we think about this level of gathering together with 50 or less, there are lots of restrictions. And let me just name a few. If we were to gather when we have 50 or less people, we know that we can't sing. We're being asked to remove our Bibles and our hymnals from the pews so that other people will not be able to touch them, and there'll be that kind of exchange. We know that we can't hand out bulletins. We know that we can't pass the offering plate. We can't pass our sacraments. We can't have a choir. We can't have a nursery. We can't even have a coffee bar. And I know that would really hurt some of your all's feelings to not have coffee available here at church. There's all the logistics of sanitizing everything properly in between services. And it really begs the question about quality. Plus, we would have to restrict the number of people that are able to come into our building just in order for us to practice a safe social distancing procedure. And so we feel right now at this time that we're proceeding slowly. We are monitoring the situation daily, ever so closely, and I know that we'll be back before long in the not too distant future. It is really important right now to realize that even though our building is closed, our ministry is not. In fact, we have one of the most robust ministries going on here at the church that I can remember. Believe it or not, lots and lots of ministry is really going on here at Faith Community, and you all can be very proud of that. We are actually thriving in many aspects of the church. We've kicked it up in another notch in our outreach program with our food pantry, providing additional food to people, partnering with local organizations to help those who are unemployed and those without food. Our Sunday school is meeting in virtual classroom space in Zoom meetings. Children's Sunday school is ongoing. Our youth and our small groups, they're meeting through the week and in these small group type Zoom meetings. Our ministry leaders are doing an incredible job making adjustments and still helping us to accomplish our mission, which is to make disciples of Jesus Christ and to help people know Jesus and make Jesus known. So I want to encourage you right now to continue to join us in worship virtually every week. We are here for you, we are praying for you, and we are available every week by phone, by email. We're here to listen. We're here to minister to you, to pray along with you. And in the meantime, I want you to continue to really soak in the Psalms. Soak in the Word of God, praying boldly for one another, remembering those who are ill, praying for those who have lost their jobs, praying for the hurting, and for those with needs so much, such as food. And remember what the psalmist says, so teach us to consider our mortality so that we might live wisely. Well, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I trust again that you're well, you're in my thoughts and prayers, and I look forward to being with you soon. God bless.